give a round of applause to Speaker Wayne.
With a show of hands, who here does a lot of self-reflection? Yeah, a lot of us do, most of us. How many of you would say you do a lot of self-reflection? Yeah. So when guys work out, and we're looking at ourselves in the mirror every day, we're not checking ourselves out, we're reflecting. We're seeing our progress. I believe it's a really healthy thing to do for all of us, to just check to see where we are every now and then. See if we're on the right track, see if we're following our dreams, see if we're where we want to be at that point in time. For me, about 6 years ago, I woke up one morning, I looked in the mirror, and I really didn't know who I was anymore. And there were so many things going through my mind. First thing was, who am I? What am I doing here? Another big thing was, how in the world did I get to this point? What happened? As I continued to dig deeper to find out what was going on, I finally came to 3 conclusions. 1, I closed off my heart. 2, I closed off my mind. And 3, I stopped reaching out, and I lost my joy in doing so. So what happened? Well, first, during that time, at that time, I was still who I am today. I'm very vulnerable. I love to share what's on my heart. But the people that I would share with, we would always expect certain reactions when we talk to people. It could be a positive reaction, could be negative. We don't know exactly how they'll react, but we already have a built-up thing in our mind of how we want them to react. And so when I began to share with my friends, I wanted them to help me out. It was a cry for help, not just a sharing. And when they didn't react the way that I wanted them to, I decided to close off my heart. I said, fine, if you guys aren't going to help me, then I'm just not going to share it. These hockey pads, they're designed for maximum protection. When you have a chunk of frozen solid rubber flying 100 miles an hour at you, you want protection. This will do that. Nothing's getting past these. Even if I took a puck to the chest, no problem. Nothing was getting in, and nothing was getting out. So as I continued to share what was on my heart, or the lack thereof, I slowly came to find that my beliefs, my dreams, my visions, the things that were in my mind, I would also slow down. I would also not share as much. Or when I did share, I didn't realize how cruel some people really were. And when I would share those things, all of a sudden, I got torn apart. I got insulted. And my very beliefs, my very ideas that I had been so vulnerable with people were torn to shreds. So I said, fine. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, then I'm going to close off my mind. You're not even going to get to hear my ideas, my dreams, and visions. And what I came to realize is that as I continued to do this, to close myself off, my hands, I would not be able to reach out anymore. With hockey gloves, they're purposely designed to have your fingers curled. And the reason behind that is to hold your stick so you don't drop it, so it doesn't slip out of your hands. Gloves are designed that way. It's very hard to actually open your hands up. It actually causes you to, it actually pushes back on your fingers to keep them closed again. And that's how I walk through life, very closed off to myself. Didn't really say much. And just like I'm standing before you now, unless I had a jersey with a defining number and my name on the back, you wouldn't know who I am. And that's who I was. Nobody. Because I didn't have a voice anymore. I didn't have an avenue to speak out. As I continued to search a little deeper and find out who I truly was, my best friend, my closest partner in life, my Creator, my God, challenged me with one simple thing. open yourself up again, be vulnerable, allow yourself to be hurt. And I was like, what? Why? That was the very same thing that brought me to where I am now, to be closed off, to not want to share anything. But he said, son, you must do it. And so slowly and surely, I started doing it. I shed the gloves. So now my hands could be open again. So I could freely give, freely share, freely love others. I decided, fine, I don't care what people think. I'm still going to share what's on my mind. I'm still going to share what I believe. It doesn't matter that they believe, if they believe what I believe. As long as they know what I believe and where I'm coming from, the ideas that I have, the thoughts that I have, they can help me out through those. And that'd be awesome. And ultimately, I had decided to open my heart and to be vulnerable with people again and to allow myself to be hurt. Even if I was hurt, it wouldn't matter because now I'm a more mature person and I can deal with that again. Being able to share my heart, my mind, being able to love others, being able to just be a blessing, to be there for somebody when they need is all the joy that I need. And I found that once again. And being able to do that, being able to make myself vulnerable again, is what allowed me to become me again. And if I can do it, anybody